Hey guys, in today's video I kind of wanted to go over a couple posts that were made on the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds forums regarding the Xbox version of the game. Now recently some posts were made basically laying out some current issues that are on the live servers that they're aware about and they are trying to fix as soon as possible, as well as another post that addresses the player concerns that have been apparent to them, as I'm sure they've gotten a lot of feedback since the live servers have gotten that last patch number 14. First, let's go over the current issues that are on the live servers right now that they know about, that they're actively working on. So they say, after our May update, we have discovered multiple network-related issues. We apologize for the delay in our communication regarding these issues, but we want to let you know that we are working hard to get them fixed as quickly as possible. We would like to thank you for reporting these issues to us. The information supplied has been extremely valuable to our investigation. The immediate issues being worked on are the following. Now please note that these are not the only issues they're working on, since the overall priority is still being focused on optimization and stabilization. These are just the main ones that they're working on right now. Some players are unable to ready up after completing a match when in a team. Now this was something that was on the test servers as well. Sometimes you finish a match and then you realize that you can't ready up, and at that point you have to actually go back to the title screen to fix it. And sometimes that doesn't even work, so you have to actually quit out of the game, rejoin, and then try and join the match with your friends. Some leaderboards are displaying no data, and they said they've resolved this. Game Hub stats are not updating. This will be fixed with the unaccounted data updated. Excessive queue times for the Europe and Oceanic matchmaking systems, and they say this has been resolved. And all players being set to the NA region by default, which has also been resolved. Now let's look at one other post they made regarding a current issue. I think they wanted to highlight one in particular. Some players may be experiencing an issue that prevents them from pressing the start button and entering a match. As a temporary fix, please exit the lobby by pressing B, rejoin the lobby, and then select the region you wish to play on. You will now be able to start a game as normal. Our team is working hard to resolve this issue as soon as possible, and they apologize for any inconvenience or frustration that's been caused. Now, since the latest patch, I have seen all the comments that were made on my video, as well as some others, about how the game has gotten significantly worse since patch 14 for a lot of players, and I think that's going to be a lot of the original Xbox players or the Xbox One S players. So bad that now when you land, instead of seeing Play-Doh textured buildings, you just don't see any buildings at all, and you just can't enter them. You can't do anything. And sometimes that lasts for minutes instead of just seconds like it used to before. Now all of this is going to be highlighted in the Addressing Players' Concerns post that was made on the PUBG forums for the Xbox version of the game. Now it starts off by saying this is an update to address specific concerns regarding performance since the latest patch. While the post doesn't cover each and every player concern, we will keep you updated on other key concerns through additional posts like these. They say, recently many of you have experienced a significantly worse experience with certain aspects of PUBG's performance, especially when it comes to building load-in near the beginning of the match. Essentially, this is due to a side effect caused by the game's new prediction-based level streaming feature. Prediction-based level streaming was introduced to improve the system's overall performance in order to facilitate more advanced and optimized map loading. The new level streaming feature will be improved over the coming weeks, making it much better at prioritizing which areas to load in first as more data is accumulated. Now this is something that they highlighted in the patch 14 patch notes. They did say that this was a new feature and that it would improve over time. I just think it kind of caught people off guard that it was so bad at first, but we just kind of have to take their word for it that this is going to be something that improves over time, that it kind of is a machine learning process and it's going to get smarter the more data that it collects and the more data that it consumes. It's going to know what to do and when, and hopefully it will resolve these issues on its own. They go on to say that it will change the priority of the loading process, which will improve loading of the area where the player decides to land. This issue has a higher chance of occurring in Miramar than Erangel, which is funny because I don't think I saw any issues, but again, I'm on the Xbox One X, so I can't really attest to this. Though I did see a lot more frame drops on Erangel in my time with the live servers since the latest patch. Miramar haven't seemed to have that issue. But they say, in part because Miramar has more buildings in compact areas, the prediction logic is being tuned to work more efficiently in these situations in particular. But that's definitely interesting. I do hope that this is something that's fixed as soon as possible. I think they need to get this out in a hotfix patch as soon as they can this weekend and maybe early next week at the latest. Because basically for Xbox One original owners or Xbox One S owners, you're having a hard time at the beginning of the game because most times you're not even seeing buildings to walk into. It's not the fact that they're scary Play-Doh buildings anymore, it's just that they're not even there. Now my friend doesn't have that issue. He does play on the original Xbox One, but he has the game installed on an external SSD, which actually his game loads in faster than mine when we join into a match. He's usually in the lobby punching people before I even see what map we're going to be playing on. So if that is an option for some of you guys, if you have an external SSD laying around, that might not be something for everybody. I know I don't have one of those, but if you have an original Xbox One or an Xbox One S and you have an external SSD, you might want to consider plugging it into your Xbox and installing PUBG on that. You will have a better experience overall. Now further on in this post they say, we've also removed the process of displaying half-loaded Play-Doh buildings as it used resources which slowed down the level streaming process. We believe that within a couple of weeks, world loading will have improved noticeably, and that the rate of overall improvements will increase going forward. Now regarding the crashes, I know a lot of you guys had said that the crashing has been worse with this latest patch. They're analyzing the data to determine the exact reason for the increased instances of crashing that many players are reporting. We will continue working to improve stability and performance as our highest priority. While our development team are working to reduce instances of crashing and improve performance, team members from other parts of the development team will be focused on fixing bugs which impact the core gameplay experience. Thanks for playing, the PUBG Corp Xbox team. So let me know what you guys think. Does this kind of reassure you that they are working on it? Do you believe them? Now I know this might fall on some deaf ears because we've heard this multiple times before, that they're working on the issues. They're trying to get it fixed as soon as possible. I mean, I think they are actually doing what they're saying. Developing games is a lot harder than some people think. It's not a simple process, and I kind of sympathize for the developers themselves because they're only able to do what they're able to do. They can't make magic happen. You can throw as much money at a game as you want to. If it's not highly optimized, if the code isn't compatible with the Xbox systems, then a lot of work has to be done in order to make that work and to make it kind of a streamlined experience. So I kind of don't like going hard on the developers themselves. Now, if you want to hate on the company itself, because they are getting so many resources, they are getting so much money from the people that have backed the game preview program, that have backed PUBG with this early access, then that's fine. Go for it if you want to, but take it easy on the actual developers of the game, because I'm sure they're busting their balls to try and get this done as soon as possible and get it as perfect as they possibly can. But yeah, I wanted to just highlight that for you guys in case you haven't paid attention to the PUBG forums, in case you hadn't seen this somewhere else. They are working on these issues. They know about them. They hear our feedback. We just kind of have to wait patiently and maybe land somewhere that's not as hostile in the beginning if you have an original Xbox One or an Xbox One S. I know that's not a great answer for a lot of people, because you shouldn't have to compromise where you're landing and what type of gameplay you're going to have just because of some mistakes that are made with the code or with the new program that they have installed in this latest patch. But that's the reality of the situation right now. So if you are having these issues, maybe try and find a way around it. Either way, it looks like they're trying to fix it as soon as possible, and whenever they do give us that news on when it will be fixed, or anything else that they can provide, I'll be sure to either tell you here or I will tell you on my Twitter feed. So if you want to follow me there, the link will be in the description below. If you guys found this video helpful or insightful in any way, definitely give it a like. And if you want to see more PUBG content like this and stay up to date on everything PUBG Xbox, hit subscribe. But until next time, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later.